targeted at the very soul of man, packaged with fine-sounding words, and served under the guise of science and technological benefits. The unsuspecting embrace it, but the spiritually alert see this for what it really is. It's called the transhumanist agenda.
Transhumanism, as I said to you, is actually the survivor of eugenics. That's what transhumanism really is. Let me tell you what they say transhumanism is. Now here's how it is well polished. It is a social and philosophical movement devoted to promoting the research and development of robust human enhancement technologies. You know, when they define these kind of things, they stretch it so that the ordinary folks can understand. You understand what I'm saying? So you really have to look beyond the verbosity to understand what they're saying. Such technologies would augment or increase human sensory reception, emotive ability, or cognitive capacity, as well as radically improve human health and extend human life.
Transhumanism is the idea that we can improve man in all imaginable respects.
Transhumanism is the idea that man is merging with technology. Transhumanism is a term used for a broad range of ideas that technology is greatly enhancing human capabilities. This means everything from bionic limbs, brain implants, artificial intelligence, to even someday uploading our minds to the internet. And we have already a symbiotic relationship with our technology.
Everything sounds beautiful. So you think, this is wonderful. But you see, it is the belief. Here's another thing. It is the belief or theory that the human race can evolve beyond its current physical and mental limitations, especially by means of science and technology. This is the crazy part of it. So, with this kind of definitions, you can be convinced that it is something positive. I mean, if you are someone who pursues some kind of education, you would love this because it sounds nice. The elite will like this. This enhancement of our capacity, our mental capacity, the enhancement of our health, extension of human life.
Body 2.0 will include artificial eyes with zoom capabilities, infrared sensors, and night vision will be possible. And the prosthetic limbs of the future will be even more flexible and powerful than our original organic limbs that we have today.
Who wouldn't want all that? And so they say, by means of science and technology. This is where, when you say by means of science and technology, you're beginning to say that you can actually alter the individual's capacity. The man who can alter it and make it better, why can't he make it worse? If he knows how to make it better, it means he's also found out how to make it worse. If he chooses to.
The concept of transhumanism has its early roots in the 1900s, where the biologist Julian Huxley, who is regarded as a founder of transhumanism, first used the term transhumanism as a title of a 1957 article, which turned out to be influential. In 1988, the first transhumanist magazine, Extropy, Vaccine for Future Shock, was published by Max Moore and Professor T.O. Morrow.
Well, I've been in transhumanism for about as long as modern transhumanism has existed. There have been various precursors. It's hard to say exactly where things start, but back in 1990 I wrote an essay called Transhumanism Toward a Futurist Philosophy. And people had used the word transhuman before, but in the modern sense, nobody really created a philosophy of transhumanism. So I was really the first person to do that and developed what we call the principles of extropy, which is a particular transhumanist philosophy.
Moving to the late 90s, the first version of a would-be-called transhumanist manifesto was published by Natasha Vita Moore in 1992. Through the decades, the concept of transhumanism has evolved and received a wider acceptance amongst many schools of thought, especially amongst the so-called elite. But as exciting as these science and technological cloaked benefits might seem, a closer look at the definition of this digital revolution seems to reveal much more than meets the eye.
They had planned that it was time for them to begin to bring men into the age of the robots, where man is giving his brain over to machines. So they said that they're going to improve the quality of humanity. This is crazy. And I'll tell you why it's crazy. Because there are a lot of people who thought that that's a good idea. Yeah, it's a good idea until you understand it, because they don't tell you the whole truth. And if you don't have the perception of the Spirit, how can you understand the truth?